Anemometer Freakshow. The little yellow junk anemometer, I think, has finally permanently broken. The last time I went to use it, it kept giving sporadic measurements and I could not get it to get under control. So I had to get another one. And that was a very frustrating experience because there are no... buying almost anything nowadays is kind of a frustrating experience because half of the stuff does not come from known brands, and it's just like impossible to find out if something's good or not. Now, years ago I would go in there and search Accurate anemometer, and I have many other Accurate products in the house. They've all been good, so an Accurate anemometer is probably good. And now you go and search it and they're all just from random brands you can't pronounce and never heard of before, and the reviews are useless. Half of them are fake. 2/3 of them are written by people that don't know what they're talking about. It's a mess. It's a complete roll of the dice to buy products nowadays. So I ordered this one. Wasn't the cheapest one available. Was not the most expensive either. It's BTMETER, whatever the heck brand that is. It's digitan, and for some reason it appears to be absolutely gigantic, which is not ideal. I don't know what all this is. I think this is a comparison between the different models. Oh my gosh, get your stupid iPhones out and scan the box. I'm not doing that. Can't throw it out. It's made in China. Can't throw it out. A -3-year-old upset child. I don't know what that symbol is for. Well, let's open this up and see. See what we got here. This one comes in a case. And that is quite large. Hopefully this one works better than the other one. This one takes AAA batteries. Oh, and speaking of AAA batteries, for the letter H, if you're watching this, yes, I did try to buy the model you recommended me several months ago. It's discontinued. I could not find it anywhere, which is why I had to settle for something else. Well, it is completely sealed. Lots of plastic film here. This is dangerous. You can cut your finger off on this one. This seems like it moves much more easily than the other one, so hopefully this handles lower wind speeds more accurately, which will be helpful for the ceiling fans on low. Oh, that's kind of handy. It came with a screwdriver. Not that I don't have any other ones, but some people don't. Unfortunately, opening it up is not super easy. Whoa. Well, we are not off to a good start here. You're kidding. That is ridiculous. Okay, what kind of batteries do we have here? The XZ Energy. The batteries. Well, whatever the heck this is, I'm sure it's better than Duracell, because that's not a difficult bar to clear. More plastic film. This is terrible. This is the XZ Energy super heavy duty battery made in China. Do not throw in fire, not rechargeable. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce what all that other stuff is. I have no idea. There's no mercury and no cadmium. The brand is Shenzhen New Positive Energy Electronics Company Limited. And the email is sunnychen@energy.com. No, energycom, it's not .com. Okay, actually not as lightweight as I was expecting. Some of these weigh absolutely nothing. Not that it's heavy either, but okay. Well, this one seems to be better than the other one, except for the battery cover removal, which is very frustrating. Hopefully the batteries last a long time, otherwise I think we'll just leave that cover off. Should have also come with a pry tool to open this cover up. Now what I'm going to do to test this is I'm going to take it up into the kitchen and we'll shut the ceiling fan on high speed and see if we get a reading that's similar to the one that I was using before. There we go, feet per minute, that's what we need. This doesn't really matter if it's stupid Fahrenheit or stupid Celsius, we're not measuring temperature. This has a backlight, which would be nice for the videos. Alright, let's go upstairs. Okay, so I'll put the light on here. And with the old unit, I would get readings of about 500 or so on this fan. And now with this unit we're getting, oh, this doesn't stay on for very long. Now we're getting 629, 650. So I don't know. Is this one more accurate than the other one? Was the other one just such a piece of garbage that it wasn't accurate? That's possible. That's 629. That's a lot of airflow. Let me grab a calculator. Let's see, 629 times 14 is 8,806 CFM, which means this is blasting the air. I don't know, that seems awfully high. I was afraid this would happen, and now we've kind of lost like our standard between the ceiling fans. I don't know. I don't know how, like, I don't know if these can be calibrated. The problem is I don't have a baseline to test it with. I just have these, well, now I don't have the other one, but I just have these 2 meters, and I don't know which one is accurate. Well, I don't know. Maybe, you know, the other one is so small, maybe this one doesn't give good readings because the fan is too small. And this one is much larger and it moves much more easily. Well, I don't know. Here's the new anemometer. We're going to use that one now, and the readings that we get are the readings we get. If they're super accurate or not, I have no idea.